want to get this out of the way. Are you here to say that moms should never work?
No. And that's a misunderstanding of my book entirely. The title of the book is Being There, Why Prioritizing Motherhood in the First 3 Years Matters. And no one seems to see the word prioritizing when they work. It says that in those 3 years, the critical period of brain development, and the truth is throughout your children's childhood until they're 18, they need you. And they need you more than you think they need you. And in the first 3 years, 0 to 3, and then also in adolescence, which is 9 to 25, because now we know it starts earlier and ends later. But basically, parenting is really important. And somehow we've gotten the message that we're not so important and that children don't need us. But in fact, they need us for that critically for their brain development.
Yeah. So you believe that daycare is the most problematic childcare choice, even though it is the most common method in America for children under 2. If it's the most problematic and yet the most common, how did we get here?
Well, it became an agenda. And what we're doing is by separating them from us precociously and prematurely and putting them into these daycare situations, we're essentially exposing them to very high levels of stress. The problem with that is that when we turn a stress system on, a stress regulating system on, before it's meant to be turned on, because it's meant to really be offline for the first year, when we turn it on too early, it becomes the amygdala, this little tiny almond-shaped part of the brain that regulates stress in the brain, starts to grow and becomes highly active when it's not supposed to. And sort of like a light bulb in the kitchen or a balloon that gets overblown, it basically blows out and shrivels up.
Yeah, you can call her. It's probably easier for you to come versus me asking her to come. Hi. I wasn't even gonna answer the door for the child services people, but he kept fucking knocking and bringing, like, that harassment shit, like ringing the doorbell, and then knocking a little louder, then ringing the doorbell, and like, thankfully the kids didn't really catch on to it, but like obviously like I'm noticing it, like I'm like, and I saw there was a moment where I stepped out and he was like talking to the neighbors in the front. I know that's something they do, like they ask the neighbors like, oh, do you know of anything? So after I saw him talking to the neighbor, I was like, it was like quite like 10 minutes, and then he came back and knocked. I was like, okay, let me just open. And honestly, I thought they were coming for the YouTube video I posted. I posted a YouTube video. By the time you're watching this, it's been a while. But I posted a YouTube video where it was like depressive mom episode, how a mom of 2 snaps back after a depressing night. And in the video, I yelled at Max and I kicked her. I didn't even remember it. Like, that's the thing about being a content creator. Like, you need to be careful because, bitch, like, you'll record something and you'll forget about something. So, like, I guess I kicked, like, okay, like, and say Max is, like, at the foot of my, say we're, like, on the bed, right? Like, I did this to Max's head. But, like, she was under the covers. So I, like, did that to the blanket. Like, not even. Like, it was just like a, ugh. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a, bitch. It was like a, oh, you're so annoying. Like, oh, like, this would have been a slap. Like, oh. And people were, like, saying, like, oh, my God, you just kicked her in the head. I'm like, I didn't even realize I kicked, like, hey, no. Don't let her lick you in the mouth. So, whatever. So I think they were here, y'all. He's not stupid because when I brought Jets out, they were coming here for Max because Max is the one that got hit in the lip. Like, the whole thing is, like, this whole case is about Max. And then when I brought Jets out, he was like, oh, and is this Jets? CPS is at my door.
Well, so basically yesterday morning, I was like, we're up and about, and I was like cleaning the room, and then my aunt, when she went to the bathroom, she usually had the door closed. So anyways, I'm like doing this with, her laundry or something, and like Max happens to walk into the room, and that's weird because I'm like, I try not to let her in because like I know she's sleeping, but sometimes like she's just in there, and sometimes she up my house and be like that room. And so anyways, like not too like long after I was like, okay, Max is in there, like just like keep watching her, okay, Max is here, Max is here. I'm like, okay, Max is in there, and she's doing all this stuff, and then basically like I guess I was in my room now, so I walk out of my room and at the same time Max walks out of talking to her. And like she's like holding her lip and like looks like scared and stuff. Before I could even like, cause normally she'll like hit herself, like if she hurts herself, she'll like, but no, like she's not that way, she just got looking at me. Before I could even like think or say anything, like up and comes down, she was like, oh, I don't know, it was like speaking to her. She said she hit her in the mouth or she tripped her. She basically used the word like, broke the seed, broke the sound. And in Spanish, she means like strip. She's doing like Nancy was like hitting the mouse, like hit her in the mouth, and then trip her. So I like get lazy and then Max is like still looking at me, so I'm like, by this time I'm looking in the kitchen. So I go and I look, she's looking at me. And I know like that's what she's doing with us too. And then like, I was like, like expecting her to explain, but she just, all she really said was I just like hit her in the mouth.
That was the aunt saying that?
The aunt
Oh,
saying
okay.
that, yes. And then so, um, said, do you need to see Max?
I will, over now.
Okay, I'll just have to for now.
This is Jess. Is it Jess? She's Jess. Yeah, that was all the answering about that.
Yeah, so really what I called pick up was, initially I wanted to press charges, but more so I asked for this binge cop so that she can explain to them what happened.
Who all those? Where are your parents at? The other one?
But I've had issues with her as far as like communicating, starting to communicate with, maybe said something to him, how he is like. And I didn't have the choice but to do that.
You had problems with her?
Yeah, I had issues like just like issues really just like boundaries, boundaries. I try to like tell her something's bothers me, she kind of like brushes it off. It's like little things throughout to her. It's not this and ask them to just like shut it off.
And is it just you that take care of children?
I mean, like when my grandma's sick, she'll like chime in a little, but it's
Where's the father?
Max is always doing and Jet's not like this.
They don't come out along like that? Never.
I'm trying to get like physical readiness, but I'm not looking at that. And a lot of times there's just was an option for parents. So I'm assuming it's maybe
I would need your email. And I'll need both the child's socials as well.
I was just traveling this moment and like on the trip I was like, can I take the pictures? And then like this like woman's thing and ask for it and have it. But I do have her medical records and it has the last four. I can show you this.
I might have access to it. I actually have. Yeah, that's all the first.
Okay, well I'll show you what it looks like and then you can see if the rest of it's really not. I actually just like, oh my god. I'm going to liquid.
I'll see it if I can have it. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think it's in, I see that. Going over there.
Yeah, she can shoot. Yeah, you can park. It's probably easier for you to come versus me asking her to come.
Hi. Did she talk okay? Or? Alright. Okay. That's a little bit. Yeah, you can. That's fine. I'll just take a picture. Can you smile for me? Try to take a picture of Jess as well.
Yeah, he likes to find it when I get down so he goes himself.
And can I talk to 15 as well?
Yeah, she just walked in the shower.
Anything I can submit for our 10 minutes.
Okay, then you're fine.
Yeah, you can send me that. And do you have an option that shows the time you took the picture?
Yeah, you're gonna screenshot that part.
Mm-hmm. We can have that in the picture every year.
I don't know if I can get it in the picture, but that's what it shows. Let's see.
Just send me the picture. If anything, I'll ask for that. I need it. Since there's like an injury involving a child, they might want to see the child protection team and just like they get additional meeting with them. Usually when it's a younger child and it's an injury involving above the iconic face area, they want to see them.
Well, it's interesting you're here because they said they were gonna press charges, so I thought they were just gonna like,
For the police?
yeah, I thought it was just like, okay.
Yeah, we're separate. That's criminal charges. We don't charge people who don't do that kind of stuff. We're just making sure children are safe. But I'll let you know if they need to.
What they need to do.
But I have to do it for your end so we can check on it. They do that with like medical needs or injuries above 2-year-old. Is it under 4, above the face, above the neck up, and like that broken bones, that kind of stuff. They have them come in, and so they can do their medical exam. But I'll let you know.
Right, I can always see the lip, but we don't know if there's other things. What's it gonna be?
Yeah, give me a card. And you can text my number too, whatever works best for you. Text, call, email.
And I can follow up with you about the daycare.
Yeah, I'm 7 today. I might be delaying my car and I'll probably wait for you. Or, what's a good number for phone number for you?
813.
Alright, can you just let her know when she gets out, or just give me a text, I'll come back up, I'm gonna sit in my car, just type this stuff up, and I'll put that info in for you, okay? No problem.
How long is that process usually, like once you put in the referral?
They usually reach out to you the same day or next day, they're pretty quick with it.
So I should look out for my email?
They'll probably email you. That's what they usually do. They might call you, but usually by email.
Okay. It'll be someone from the children's.
So they are a resource team. So they're gonna email you, let you know they put the referral in, and they're gonna have you reach out to them with like whatever the referral they give you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. And I'll be out in the car. I'll just be waiting. Okay.
Alright, I'll text you as soon as she gets out.
All right. Thank you.
Do you have like a translator or something?
I use my phone. Yeah.
Okay, she speaks some sort of English.
Okay. Yeah, I have a translator.
Okay. Thought they were here for YouTube. Hey guys. These last few days have been a shit show. Can you guys see? Right now I'm applying for Taco Bell, guys. I got a Taco Bell by my house and I like their hours. They're open from 8 to 2 a.m. And also I called the manager. She seemed like really cool from over the phone and like they're hiring. So I'm gonna apply. And you guys have probably heard my analogy that my life is kind of like cleaning my room. Like I'm starting to look at it as like cleaning my room. Like just because you organize your room one day doesn't mean your room has to stay that way forever. And it's okay for change and, you know, adapt to a new environment in a sense, like a new room, new decorations. And so applying this to my life, obviously since Jets has been born, it's just been me and you guys, if you guys don't know, my grandparents don't handle newborns because they're too fragile. But these past couple of months, like over, you know, like past 2 months-ish, you know, as Jets is getting bigger, my grandparents are holding him more, handling him more, like they're feeding him, like hanging out with him. If he cries, they pick him up. So just like now with this whole like child services case, like now we have a freaking child services case open. I don't know if you guys heard, but I told the dude that I wanted to do daycare, but then so he's gonna like get me a referral, but now reality's setting in, like, girl, like no daycare. So I'm like, crap, like I need to like figure out something with my fucking family. So I'm calling my aunt's working right now, so I'll see if she'll answer later. But as of now, my grandma doesn't work on Thursdays, and my grandparents, both of them, don't work on the weekend. And they come home around like 6, 7-ish. That's like kind of TMI, but like this is my reality, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is from like Monday through Friday, except Thursday, I'm gonna work from 7 to 2 a.m. I'm gonna see if they have that availability. And then Thursdays, I'm gonna work from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. all day. Like they probably need me to open, so I'll probably be there at 7. I don't care. And then weekends, I'm gonna be there the same, 8 a.m. to 2 a.m. So yeah, so every other day except Thursday and weekends, it's gonna be from like 7 to 2. And then Thursdays, it's gonna be all day, and weekends all day. Cause y'all, I need a car, I need some income. I probably won't get that. I'll probably kind of chill out, but right now, like, I just like need to get a car. And then if you guys probably don't know, but if you don't, I had a DUI, and in order to get your license here in Florida, after you get a DUI, you have to get like a FR44 insurance, and it's really not that much expensive, but you have to get it for at least 3 years and hold it. And so, you know, insurance, I gotta pay for my new driver's license. I can't get the license until I get the insurance. I can't get any of that until I get a car. So, you know, just like, I need to save up like a good $2,000. I have a feeling that if I come up with most of the money, I can like squeeze some money out of my baby daddy, Max's dad. And my grandpa already said he would help me. And so, yeah. So that's the idea, guys. I just need a car. I think that's what's been stressing me out, just like commuting by bus on the roads. I think if I had a car, I can do more mommy groups. I can like go to the YMCA, leave the kids there for 2 hours. Like there's more I can do if I had a car, obviously. And that's just how Tampa is built, you know what I'm saying? And also, if things got rough, I can be homeless in my car. I don't want to be homeless, but being homeless is impossible. Being homeless with kids is impossible without a car. So if push comes to shove and I need to like leave the city, I need a car. So yeah, so really I'm just like, I need a car, and then I can kind of chill out with the hours. I'm probably gonna be like burnt out. Like I'm probably gonna have like black ass eyes like this, like but I don't care. Like, and then I feel better because like one of the things, so for those of you, I gotta go meet this lady. For one of the things, the effects of daycare is that your kids, you need to be there for your kids between the ages of 0 to 3, because that secures their attachment security, which makes them feel like wanted, safe, like you're there. They have you in their life, like like you're not abandoning your child. So that's why at 0 to 3 you're building that with your child so that they can like grow up and like feel independent and secure. And like that's why around the age of 3, if you notice, if you have a toddler, when your toddler's like playing, they'll go play and like roam, and then they'll look back just to like make sure like they get your approval, everything is okay. They're just testing out their environment. And anyway, so that's important to have that. So Max is almost 3, like I'm damn near considering Head Start, but we need a car first, and then I just need my grandparents to do this for me, and then I can test out daycare, I can test out Head Start. Well, for now I can't put Jets in daycare, there's no way. And that brings me to my next point. One of the effects is like if your baby is crying too much and stressed out that you're not there, their amygdala, it's like a little bulb in their head, it could burst like a light bulb.
I want to get this out of the way. Are you here to say that moms should never work?
No. And that's a misunderstanding of my book entirely. The title of the book is Being There, Why Prioritizing Motherhood in the First 3 Years Matters. And no one seems to see the word prioritizing when they see the cover of the book. The book does not say you can't work. It says that in those 3 years, the critical period of brain development, and the truth is throughout your children's childhood until they're 18, they need you. And they need you more than you think they need you. And in the first 3 years, 0 to 3, and then also in adolescence, which is 9 to 25, because now we know it starts earlier and ends later.
Oh, that would explain a lot when it comes to dating.
Yep. And actually, men's prefrontal cortexes really don't stop developing till about 28, women about 25.
Okay.
And so, and it affects all kinds of things in those years. But basically, parenting is really important. And somehow we've gotten the message that we're not so important and that children don't need us. But in fact, they need us for that critically for their brain development.
Yeah. So you believe that daycare is the most problematic childcare choice, even though it is the most common method in America for children under 2. If it's the most problematic and yet the most common, how did we get here?
Well, it became an agenda. What we're essentially doing is we are putting stress on a neurological system that's not meant to deal with stress. It's meant to be buffered from stress. So mothers they serve a few really important biological functions in the first 3 years. One is they buffer children from stress. 2 is they regulate children's emotions from moment to moment. Every time a mother soothes a baby or has skin-to-skin contact with the baby, she's basically regulating that baby's emotions and getting that baby's emotions from going too high and too low to a state of homeostasis. And that's really important because babies' brains are not meant to be under a great amount of stress. Very small incremental amounts, but not a great amount of stress. So the cortisol levels or the stress hormone levels in babies' brains are meant to remain very, very, very low in the first 12 months. And what we're doing is by separating them from us precociously and prematurely and putting them into these daycare situations, we're essentially exposing them to very high levels of stress. The problem with that is that when we turn a stress system on, a stress regulating system on, before it's meant to be turned on, because it's meant to really be offline for the first year, when we turn it on too early, it becomes the amygdala, this little tiny almond-shaped part of the brain that regulates stress in the brain, starts to grow and becomes highly active when it's not supposed to. And sort of like a light bulb in the kitchen or a balloon that gets overblown, it basically blows out and shrivels up.
I get all this from Erica Commissar. She's a psychoanalyst, so you guys can search her up and just search like podcasts with her talking about daycare. But yeah, one of the main things is just like, okay, you know, like, cool, I can kind of figure out the whole attachment security, like build that later with the kids, more so with Jets. Like, I can like try to heal that trauma, but bitch, I can't have his amygdala burst, you know what I'm saying? So I have to leave him with family, and my grandparents, they're the only people I can think of that can like semi-deal with him, and he's really good with them. It's only when he sees me that he starts to cry. He's just like obsessed with me. So anyways, right now I am applying to Taco Bell. I already applied. They just asked me like personality tests. So yeah, and it's funny because they ask if I've ever been resigned, like let go, which I have. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, let's see. Okay. So apologizing is that she didn't ask me to do this, but I really like y'all like I'm trying to go there and like sign papers like and get a schedule. So I'm like, let me do the application. I'm already taking my social security card. There was some question I was gonna use Chat GPT. She asked me like, what do you think about like, or how do you team build experience? I'm like, do I have experience team building? I just said that like you got to work together and communicate. Like I don't even know the question if I answered it right, but if you ever like if you're watching this and you need a job, just use Chat GPT. Like Chat GPT, even like it creates a resume for you. You can go to Chat GPT, put like create a resume for me. It'll ask you like your main like experience, and then it'll give you like a template, and then you just fill in like your address. You know, you can tweak it to your personality. But they'll put like the server and they'll put like the job description of a server. So you're not like fucking wondering like, what did I do like 2 years ago as a server? So yeah. So I already filled out the application. So now I'm just doing this questionnaire so that way I can go prepared. Apologizing, definitely me. Always wonder why, me. Fundraisers, me. Competitive. Is that a tricky question? Competitive? Not really. With myself. That's too much work, not me. Frustrated by others, yes, but not me. Always plan ahead, me. My turn, not me. Prove my point, not me. Caretaking, me. Very sensitive, me. Outside the box, me. Good enough, me. Relentless, me. Fantasy, me. Watchful, not me, my own business. Future oriented, me. Creature of habit, me. Prefers the old method. I'm gonna put not me because of like how the world is changing into like AI, so I feel like technology. Curious, me. Thick skin, me. Soup kitchen, me. Thin skin, not me because I put I have thick skin. But damn, I put I was sensitive, whatever. Idealist, I have no idea what that means. What is an idealist? Someone who holds ideals or principles as the guiding force. Yeah, sure, that sounds like deep. Me. Calm the storm, me. Resist temptation, me. Easily criticized, not me. Unyielding, not me. Make friends, yes. Overcoming obstacles, me. Throw a book at them, not me. Wearing costumes, not me. Unfazed, not me. Things happen to me. Take chances, me. Not shy. Frequently changing my mind, not me. Open to feedback, me. Enough already, not me. Sure of my performance, me. Small, just like small talk. Not me. Not my job, not me. Skydiving, not me. Loves the social scene, me. Welcomes critiques, group projects. Mediator, me. No overtime, not me. Any overtime. Nose to the grindstone, I don't know what that means. Do it my way, not me. Joke teller. In a nice way, me. Procrastination, not me. Just for kicks, me. Give me a break, no. Shortcuts, not me. High speed, me. Routines, me. Outgoing. There. They give you a score, right? Alright, time to head to Taco Bell. And let this close out on its own. Okay guys, let's head to Taco Bell. You guys, I literally had to like run back here. I forgot to give Max her amoxicillin. I didn't realize it was 3 o'clock. She needs to take it every 12 hours. So I initially gave it to her at 3 p.m. when she first started. So now every time 3 p.m., 3 a.m. she has to take it. And it's 3:12. I barely, by the grace of God, like, thank God my mind is sort of working. Okay. Cool. She needs to take 7.5. This is 7. Sorry, this is 5, so I'm gonna come back for 2.5. I literally just broke my tripod. How's it even been here? I barely used it today. Oh my God, I gotta go. I'm gonna return this shit. I'm literally sweating, like this is embarrassing. This shit, man. Content creator life. It's honestly like I don't even feel like returning it, like, but I need to now. Like, really, it's already broken. All right, let me go get this chair. Let me get back one more. All right, this is 2. I told her, like, I'll be there like 1 to 2 hours. I'm glad I said that. You see the alarm. I'm glad I told her 1 to 2 hours because I knew I wasn't going to get there. I knew there was going to be something, y'all. Something. See, a little more. I see. A little more, baby. That's one. Let's get your water. Alright guys, I will see you at Taco Bell. Taco Bell, everybody. Hi, Miss Patty. How are you? Sorry, I'm a little sweaty.
You want to drink with water?
Oh, please.
There you go.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
Love
you.
Well, thank you so much for meeting me.
Oh, no problem. So,
Yeah, I was wondering. I don't know if you remember I told you that I was available Thursday and the weekends. But I can also do like you guys close at 2, right?
yeah, 10 more.
Okay, so I could do like every other day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I could do like 7 to 2. Because my grandparents come home around 5-ish, 6. So by 7.
Right now, my closing's covered.
Okay. For like all the days.
Pretty much at the moment. Hopefully it's gonna, if it works out, it'll stay that way. But if it doesn't, you know, it always something subject to change. That's very fast food. But if I can work you in, it would be just a lot. Just to see. I have to see
Okay.
first.
That's perfect.
That way you don't end up wasting your time. So having you come back and say, hey, let's do this and that, and I can't pull it off.
Well, no,
So
I
that's my
definitely
whole
want to grow with you guys, so that'll give me time to train, and then if the spot does open for closing, then hopefully you'll consider me. But I don't mind like the hours that you do need, if it's on those days like Thursday.
Well, that's what I mean, though. I want to see if I can, like, you know, definitely, and we can definitely use somebody, you know, anytime, of course, always, but it's just a matter of how, if, with what I got now, because I'm pretty much stacked at the moment, and what my quota is going to be. So 20, I'm at 24. So, it's like, so it's kind of, well, I don't want to waste your time, so I don't want to waste anyone's time, say, hey, let me try this, and then,
Yeah,
you don't
so
get
like
what you
even in
want
the
out
day,
of it.
even in the day.
Yeah, my days are solid most of the time. Days are always you just go first. It's a nice every hard time, which is anyway.
Was it soft?
No one's really waiting if they don't have to.
Right.
Not in let me see. Because I
Like,
know,
you
and I
have
am
at
going
least,
in the summer.
one day available?
Yeah, and I'm going in the summer, so hopefully we're gonna like kind of pick up a little bit because.
Oh, it's a little slower.
Yeah, I hope we do so we can, you know. But I am definitely. I saw your application already, so.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't put it in case, I was like, in case you saw it, I was like, I'd rather do it, and then,
not,
yeah.
and then you're like,
And
she
I gotta
said
wait
yeah, and then I gotta
longer.
do it and wait longer to get your stuff done. Or
Yeah.
the whole hiring without it.
Yeah.
So, let me look at it though. I mean, off the days you're talking about, like Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday, like that. Weekends we need people. Nobody wants to.
Okay.
So you got. And yeah, I'll let you know so that you check it out.
Okay, you have my number and
Yeah,
everything?
I'll pull your application. I'll print it out so I have it. That way I know. I'll be like, and then I'll print it out.
Yeah. I was thinking about going to McDonald's too, because I wasn't sure how it would work out here. I really need a job.
What's your name, your youngin?
Oh yeah,
Hi.
my son Chad, and my
Hi,
daughter.
mommy. Hey. Nothing around. And then the other one's sleeping. She about what, 3?
She's about to be 3
Yeah,
years.
that's how and the little guy.
Yeah.
Look at the eyes.
Oh, so
Hi, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, I don't have older ones. Mine are teen, young ladies.
they're all grown.
They're grown. That's
They're
right.
grown, yeah.
Thank goodness. It just come back a lot.
Sour cream and milk.
Yeah, I'll give you a call or text either one. So I've been trying to text more because people are into that.
Yeah, sometimes because I don't have like a service number, so I use like my computer, you know how they have like
Oh,
those
just
numbers?
okay. So you do the chat. Oh yeah,
Yeah, like a
that's
text
fun.
and number.
Okay.
So if I don't answer, just shoot me a text and I'll call you like right back.
Sure. Oh yeah. I'll do that. But I'll do that. I'll take this time tonight and all that and see, and I'll do tomorrow before I come in, so I can get a chance to look at it. Okay.
Awesome. Thank
All
you
right.
so
Thank
much.
you, Jessica.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You as well. Bye bye. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Heading to McDonald's.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'm gonna go look over there. Alright guys, we are headed to McDonald's. The manager should be back at 4, so I'm gonna go to McDonald's and then come back. A bug. No, thank you.
That'll be $8.92.
Hey, baby. Let me get your fork. I think I got the job at Panda Express. You guys want to know my position? I'm the cook. I literally was like betting for myself to be the cook. I have never cooked in a restaurant in my life. But I have worked at Panda Express before, so I kind of know what the cooks do. And I cook, so I'm excited to... We'll see, we'll see. Any position is good, I just need a job. And the good thing about Panda is that they're super busy, so they're always needing staff, and that's awesome because I need a job. Oh yeah, and McDonald's said they're booked and busy. They're fully staffed. Taco Bell's low-key dead, so they already have enough employees. So we'll see if Panda Express calls me, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay. You boo-boo? Look at those little balls. You guys, these past few days have just been so off. But yeah, I have a good feeling about Panda. But yeah, this morning, you guys, I literally, like, I'm always on, like, grind mode. I feel like any moment that I'm not, like, editing a video or uploading a video. Now I'm focused on content creation at the time. If I wasn't, like, studying for multifamily or working on my blog, hi, baby, I would feel like I would get anxiety because I'm, like, the more I'm away from getting work done, the more I'm, like, stuck in this house. And so lately God has just been like speaking to me and telling me to just focus on content creation. So that's what I've been doing, following the Lord. No, Max, not okay. Anyway, so that has caused my sleep schedule to be off. Like, you know when people normally wake up in the middle of the night, they'll just like go on their phone or like go back to sleep? No, like I'll edit a video. And so this morning I was up at like 3. I don't even know why, just because I was like, making sure that I could give Max some medicine on time because I have to give it to her at 3 a.m. So I was just kind of like, I kind of woke up around 2-ish, so I'm like, okay, well, I got to give Max her medicine at 3. And just like with everything that happened yesterday with the cops, like I just had like my routine, the routine that I barely have was just like thrown off. So like, you know, there was clothes everywhere, I had to do laundry, I still have to fold some laundry. So I took that time to like get some laundry washed and like a little bit folded. I had to like make my bed and, you know, just clean up, pick up toys. And that led into 3, and then into 3, it led into like obviously me giving Max her medicine and then like editing a video. And then by the time it was like, now it's like 6 in the morning, now the sun is up. So I'm like, the kids are like waking up, Jets is like waking up, but like he's like in and out of sleep, you know, like he'll easily fall back asleep, but he's up, you know. So I have not slept, y'all. And so basically, long story short, I say that to say that like, Jets was laying near me, and obviously I like dozed off, fell asleep, and he like crawled to the end of the bed and fell. I never yelled so hard. I yelled the way I yelled was when Max fell off the bed. But when she fell off the bed, it was like when I had like the mattress on the floor. So it was like, oh fuck. But this, like my baby literally like had some height to it. I was like, my poor baby. Like, but he didn't cry as much as I thought he would, considering a baby just fell off the bed and hit like tile floor. I don't know how he fell. I don't want to think about it, but he does have like a hit here. It's like red. And of course, when child services came, I ended up just bringing Jets out. And as I'm like, because he was crying, so I'm like, okay, let me get my baby. They were eventually going to ask to see the kids, but Jets was crying, so I'm like, oh, let me get Jets. So as I'm getting Jets, I'm like looking at him, I'm like, oh shit, like his fucking forehead is like red, like he has a mark. So as I was talking to them, I was just being honest. I was like, hey, like, you know, now that you're here, like this did just happen today, like he fell off the bed. They ended up anyways just taking pictures of the kids. But yeah, I'm like, what a day. The one day child services shows up at my house, that's the day my baby falls off the bed and has a fucking mark on his head. So look at Jets. If I can't see her, I'm gonna bring it to the light. Excuse me, Levy. Excuse me, Poodle Doodle. Levy. Okay, look. No bump though, it's just that mark. See, Panda Express. So cute. So cute. It's a beautiful baby. Let me sit you up. But yeah, I wasn't even gonna answer the door for the child services people, but he kept fucking knocking and bringing, like, you know, that harassment shit, like ringing the doorbell, and then knocking a little louder, then ringing the doorbell, and like, thankfully the kids didn't really catch on to it, but like obviously like I'm noticing it, like I'm like, and I saw there was a moment where I stepped out and he was like talking to the neighbors in the front. I know that's something they do, like they ask the neighbors like, oh, do you know of anything? So after I saw him talking to the neighbor, I was like, it was like quite like 10 minutes, and then he came back and knocked. I was like, okay, let me just open. And honestly, I thought they were coming for the YouTube video I posted. I posted a YouTube video. By the time you're watching this, it's been a while, but I posted a YouTube video where it was like depressive mom episode, how a mom of two snaps back after a depressing night. And in the video, I yelled at Max and I kicked her. I didn't even remember it. Like, that's the thing about being a content creator. Like, you need to be careful because, bitch, like, you'll record something and you'll forget about something. So, like, I guess I kicked, like, okay, like, say Max is, like, at the foot of my, say we're, like, on the bed, right? Like, I did this to Max's head. But, like, she was under the covers. So I, like, did that to the blanket. Like, not even. Like, it was just like a, ugh. You know what I mean? It wasn't like a, bitch. It was like a, oh, you're so annoying. Like, oh, like, this would have been a slap. Like, oh. And people were, like, saying, like, oh, my God, you just kicked her in the head. I'm like, I didn't even realize I kicked, like, hey, no. Don't let her lick you in the mouth. So, whatever. So I think they were here, y'all. He's not stupid because when I brought Jets out, they were coming here for Max because Max is the one that got hit in the lip. Like, the whole thing is, like, this whole case is about Max. And then when I brought Jets out, he was like, oh, and is this Jets? I was like, how do you know my son's name? You watch my content? But yeah, I kind of feel famous. But yeah, honestly, I just hope this subsides. Like, this house is really toxic, so I think it's best if clearly I'm not here, and obviously I get a car so I don't have to be here. Because clearly, I don't know what effect I'm having on Fatima, but she's getting tired of me and Max, and that's to the point where she busts her in the lip on accident. And it's like, I'm just fed up with my grandma. Like, this morning, I, like, wake up, she's, like, leaving for work, and she's like, who broke my vase? Like, I just got this vase. I left it outside, so no, like, venting. I'm like, bitch, like, no one touched your vase. Like, why are you just venting to me? Like, there's a whole ass lady that lives here. Like, why don't you, like, express your concerns or ask her? Like, she just, like, fucking vents. Like, kind of like what Max's dad would say. He would say I treat him like a punching bag, a verbal punching bag. Like, that's literally how I feel like my grandma treats me. I'm like, lady, like, I do not want to hear about your vase right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying not to curse, but you kind of get the gist. Like I really don't even, like, mess with you like that. So like either you need to like figure that out in your head or like call your friend. But like you yelling it across the house, like my vase, like no one cares. Like I didn't break your vase. She's kind of like yelling, like waiting for someone to see who did it. Like if I did it, I would have told you I did it. Like there would have been no need for you to find out. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she doesn't say nothing to Fatima. Like it's really mad. Like I'm done talking about that lady. But anyways, long story short, child services talked to me. You guys kind of see that in the video. Then after they talked with Fatima, they had a translator and they stepped out. And so like they were out there for a while, and then the guy comes back in. His name's Antonio. He's like, hey, I have one more question. How do you discipline your children? And I'm like having these thoughts. I'm like, is he asking because of my YouTube videos, or is he asking because Fatima said something? Which it doesn't matter. It's the same answer. But I was like, fuck, I'm not really trying to say right now that I've slapped Max before. Like, stop, Levy. Stop licking his mouth. That's disgusting. Now I'm going to get called PETA. Wait in line. First child Department of Services and then PETA. Well, I'll talk to you all. Just give me a second. Like, so I was like, it took me a second. I was like, well, I mean, I have started. This is like me talking to you guys. Like, I've started, like, I've done research. Like, I don't like to smack Max. I've never hit Jets. Except this one time, Jets was like really crying hysterically. So I was taking a shower. I don't know. What did I do? Never mind. I'm not going to incriminate myself. But I don't know if I was taking a shower and I sprayed his face with water, or if I like splashed water, or if I had a cup with water. I don't know. I'm not going to like say what I did. Long story short, I like, because you know when someone's like acting crazy, you like throw water on them like a dog, like to see, like to make them calm down, or like a cat, you'll spray them in the face. That was kind of the idea, to see if he would like snap out of it and like calm down. But he like cried harder. That's like the only thing I've done to Jets, and I was like, I haven't done that because I'm like, okay, clearly it doesn't work. Like he still cries. But with Max, I used to smack her because moving forward I have not, and I don't plan on it, and I don't like to smack her. So I've been doing research on like how to discipline children, both on the religious side and just in general what's like legal, you know, like what's the legal way. And yeah, they just say timeout and stuff. That's all I really catched on. I'm like, let me really try timeout. So I've been doing timeout. I've only done it once, but when he asked, I was like, well, I'm doing timeout, and I at times would speak to her sternly. I don't know if I said I speak to her sternly or I did, because honestly I don't yell at her anymore either, because it's just I can't be yelling at her. That's why I smack her, because I'm like, I don't have time to be yelling at you. But I don't smack her anymore, guys. That's my baby. So yeah, we just do timeout. He was like, okay. And then he asked like a follow-up question, like, is that, have you ever did physical discipline or something like that? And I was like, no. I'm not gonna resort to my past. Like, if it was recent, like, you know, within this couple of days, I mean, it doesn't matter, guys. Obviously, I said no. Like, what am I gonna say? Yeah, I slapped her, like, in the midst of all this chaos. Like, no, I'm not gonna say I smacked her. Like, if someone were to ask me, I would say, yeah, I've smacked her before, but bitch, not like when you're coming to my house, like, asking me all these questions and there's like a potential case open. Like, there's like that is not important right now. So yeah, he said that they're gonna have to check on Max. I don't know, the way it's looking, they might have to check Jets. Like, I kind of want him to get checked. I think I should, guys. I think I need to take him to urgent care. Like, he literally fell off a bed. Yeah, we gotta take Jets to urgent care today. Yeah. I mean, he's normally been falling because like he's trying to be like learning to stand, but this is like he literally just fell off the bed. Like I think I do need to take him to urgent care. Hey guys. So you guys already know this whole job hunting thing. I don't know. I started to apply for a couple more jobs. I ended up putting the application through to Panda, and I also applied to Costco and stuff. And I don't know, like I was just like, wait, I'm an entrepreneur. And then I totally forgot that obviously I have a new phone now. And so I would put things like these things, like all my grandpa's stuff in there, like anything that's just kind of been like hanging around. For example, now I'm doing these ladders. I would like sell ladders for him on OfferUp. And yeah, it was like a miscommunication at first, so I stopped doing it for him. And then I ended up losing phones, breaking phones, and then I had to use his phone, but then he wasn't responding to the customers and stuff. So this time around, I have a new phone. I'm like serious, I'm ready, I already know how it works. So I'm washing off some ladders. I'm about to take some pictures of them. And then I'm doing it official now, like I'm gonna like tape them, name and label them so I know which ladder is which and like what details and stuff. So that way it's here on here and I can transfer this information into the OfferUp description and stuff. So yeah, I already washed this one. I washed this one. One of them I have to leave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need to leave that long one. My grandpa said to leave that long one. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash the one that not the one that he wants, the other one. And then I have to wash this. This is a True Temper, like a little wheel thing that you carry like dirt or leaves in, I don't know. But you see, so I'm gonna wash it off, make it look a little bit like it wasn't like out of a dump. Now that I'm looking here, it is missing a screw. So I'm just gonna take little notes to see if maybe my grandpa can put a screw there, just so we can charge a premium price, huh, Dad? Sáquemela, Dad. Mira, Dad, venga a ver aquí. ¿Ah? Alright, venga, mira aquí. Aquí está. Sorry, that's not for sale.
Es la única que yo tengo. Esta máquina, mira. Mira. Esto, lo bueno que dice la foto dice que está mal.
Pero no puedes sacar esto.
No, nomás saca la pinta. Estoy cocinando. Esto sí que lo único que dice que no para allá. La lámpara, para poder poner el centro. $15. Allá te lo único que le falta una de estos.
¿Sabes cómo se
Ya
llama?
está.
¿Cuánto cuesta
La conexión del Hotmart.
Teamwork. It's hard being, you know, an entrepreneur, daughter, mother. All right, guys, let's get this off. We're just gonna wash this off. So we're leaving this one. This is the one that has 10 sets, but these have 9. Let's see which one's dirtier. We'll sell this one. It's a little bit flimsier. Oh, my grandpa was home. Oh, my glove. That's not my glove. Oh, they're wet. Which baby's crying? Chet's is crying. Hold on. Hold on. There's mosquitoes, so I gotta hurry up. I got a great idea. For the pictures, I'm gonna take a picture next to them so you can see how tall it is. That's a dope picture. And I'm beautiful, huh? Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and dry off like a piece of the ladders if it's not already dry, and I'm going to put tape and just like label it ladder 1, ladder 2, ladder 3, and then I'll just put any like main details I see, and anything else that's like, I'll just take a picture of it, but like the main things like if it says like the feet and all that, I'll put like Werner ladder. And you can also go on like Home Depot to get more detailed description. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I need my phone, but I'll show you the pictures I take, not everything, but I'll show you an idea of like the pictures I took and how I put the description together. And yeah, so hold on.